Okay, so let's talk about the ending of Cobweb. So with Barbieheimer out in full force, there was another movie that came out, a little bit of a sleeper, if you will. But I think definitely it should start picking up some steam, and definitely check it out if you can, if you haven't already. But let's talk about the ending and all of that, because the twists and turns here were very similar to another movie from last year, and I'll definitely talk about that in a bit. But like I said, if you haven't watched it, definitely get a chance to go and watch this movie. But before we get any further into it, as you know, SAG and WGA are currently under strike. They deserve what they are asking for, and we definitely have to show that, but only get your information straight from the SAG Twitter as well as their website. And the same thing goes for the WGA. A lot of people online spread misinformation, whether it's just from not knowing the information that well, or just making assumptions, or maybe just spreading misinformation. You never know. But let's get the information straight from the source. But let's get into Cobweb and its ending. So this movie basically, as you see from the trailers, if you've already watched the trailers, deals with a young boy who starts to hear knocking throughout his house, not entirely sure what's going on. The parents seem to just blow it off and say nothing's going on, you're just having an overactive imagination. All of this star, you have Anthony Starr, Lizzie Kaplan here playing a very, very coy role, and very interesting to see without a doubt. Eventually, the boy starts to hear the knocking a little bit more. Nobody believes him, and he decides to take matters into his own hands and try and figure out where it's coming from. One night, he actually hears somebody talking as well, not just knocking, and this person reveals to the boy that they are their sister, that their parents have locked into the house and won't let them out. The boy starts to sort of wonder if this is true or not, and eventually the boy also is like, you know what, this could actually have some truth to it, as the boy starts to sort of make sense to the boy, eventually telling the boy that they have to let them out, they have to escape because the parents are crazy, and they're going to do the same thing to the boy as well that they did to the sister. The boy then is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to help my sister out, get her out. My parents might actually be trying to do something to me as well. It seems they're getting irritated with me and all of that. And so the boy eventually devises a plan to get the sister out, poisoning the parents as well in the process, after believing that the parents were going to do the same to the boy, and the sister and the boy were going to get killed. That's what the boy believes, right? So once this happens, the boy goes to free the sister, and what we realize is the sister has become like this deformed type of monster that is just bent on like destroying. And we eventually find out as well that the reason the boy was so protected by the parents as well, and not allowed to go out and all of this, was because the parents actually killed because of the sister, because the sister one night during Halloween actually escaped and attacked one of the trick-or-treaters so bad that the parents just had to cover it up. They had to kill the girl, and they had to put the sister away, never to be seen again, because they couldn't deal with that again. So of course the boy was going to be more protected now and just kept in the house and all of them. The boy didn't realize this. The parents have now died because of the poisoning, and the boy is now being hunted by the sister, it seems, because the sister wants revenge for everything that's happened. Before any of that can happen, though, the boy's bullies come back, and they are going to now try and attack the boy, because the boy had pushed one of the other boys before, because the sister had said, you need to stand up for yourself. So the boy got his older cousin to go and attack the boy now. And now we see that the sister completely wipes out everybody who comes to the house, and now the boy is on his own. That is until his teacher shows up, who is played by Cleopatra Coleman, and it's just basically like, hey, what the hell's going on? So they eventually are able to devise a plan in order to escape, and they lock the sister back up, and the boy is just like, you know what, it might be over for now, but I'll never be able to like get out of like this situation where I feel like I'm always going to be threatened by my sister, because it seems like they're always going to come for me. And that's pretty much where the movie ends right there. So I think it was definitely a good setup, and almost kind of like a follow-up to Barbarian. You could probably double feature both of these, because it kind of feels like the same, right? It kind of feels like the same type of vibes, right? Where you have this person that is hidden from society for so long, and they eventually become this sort of like monster due to this neglect and this abuse and all of that, and these deformities and all of that. It kind of feels like those same type of beats here, especially with the parents sort of shielding the boy away from the sister because of what happened on that Halloween night, and how they were becoming so erratic and all of this. So I definitely did get those vibes like Barbarian, where you're just like wondering what's down there, what's going on, and it doesn't prepare you, right? Because you feel there's something supernatural. At least that's what I was thinking. It was going to be something supernatural just from the trailers alone and all of that, or that maybe the parents in fact were trying to sort of gaslight the boy and just make something, like they were like bad people, which they are as well because of everything that they did. But at the same time, you don't expect anything else to be there, and then you see what it is, and you're just like, that completely threw me off by surprise. So very much so a very interesting movie, very short, straight to the point as well, which is always great, I think. And it's just like one of those fun horrors, that you just watch. And I still think at the end of the day, it is definitely something I feel should have been pushed out a little bit more. I feel like this could have done very well. We saw that Barbarian did well with those sort of teases that were happening, because completely took us by surprise just watching that first trailer. We did not expect what happened by the end of it. So I think Cobweb could have played in the same way as Barbarian did, with all of that sort of tease as to what exactly is in the walls, what is going on, what is the truth. But at the end of the day, it didn't, and though I hope it does get a good afterlife after the theaters, in video on demand, rentals, and all of that, because it is definitely a good horror movie to watch. So hopefully around Halloween time and all that, people really push it out so people watch it at home, because I think it is worth the time to check out. But pretty much that's it. That's pretty much the whole basic story right there. The walls, they were talking. It was actually the sister that had been locked up due to what happened on that Halloween night where they attacked a girl, and the parents had to kill the girl to cover it all up and eventually put the sister away. And the sister just manipulated the brother into killing the parents, and eventually wanted to kill the brother as well due to everything that had happened to them. The brother was able, with the help of the substitute teacher, lock the sister back away, and now it doesn't feel any more safer than they did before. So very much so a bleak ending in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on it down below. Make sure you follow me for more on things you love. We'll talk more movies and stuff like that. We've already talked about Oppenheimer and Barbie. Go check out those videos. We got some more reviews coming. We got some talking to do about San Diego Comic-Con, because we got some stuff announced there and some little tidbits here as well. So make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're subscribing, hit the notification bell. We're on the road to 30,000 subscribers. Less than 2,000 to go for that. And as always, I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.